Architecture models. Software architecture involves the high-level structure of software system abstraction, by using decomposition and composition, with architectural style and quality attributes. Architecture design must conform to the major functionality and performance requirements of the system, and satisfy the non-functional requirements such as reliability, scalability, and availability. A software architecture can be defined in many ways. Unified modeling language Algo is one of the object-oriented solutions used in software modeling and design. Architecture view model. Architecture view model represents the functional and non-functional requirements of software applications. Architecture description language ADL defines the software architecture formally and semantically. Algo. Algo stands for Unified Modeling Language. It is a pictorial language used to make software blueprints. Algo can be described as a general-purpose visual modeling language to visualize, specify, construct, and document a software system. The elements are like components which can be associated in different ways to make a complete Algo picture, which is known as a diagram. Structural diagrams. Structural diagrams represent the static aspects of a system. These static aspects represent those parts of a diagram which forms the main structure and is therefore stable. These static parts are represented by classes, interfaces, objects, components, and nodes. Structural diagrams can be subdivided as follows: class diagram, object diagram, component diagram, deployment diagram, package diagram, composite structure. Class represents the object orientation of the system. Shows how classes are statically related. Object represents a set of objects and their relationships at runtime and also represents the static view of the system. Component describes all the components, their interrelationship, interactions, and interface of the system. Composite structure describes the inner structure of the component including all classes, interfaces of the component, etc. Package describes the package structure and organization. Covers classes in a package and packages within another package. Deployment. Deployment diagrams are a set of nodes and their relationships. These nodes are physical entities where the components are deployed. Behavioral diagrams. Behavioral diagrams basically capture the dynamic aspect of a system. Algo has the following types of behavioral diagrams. Use case describes the relationships among the functionalities and their internal/external controllers. Activity describes the flow of control in a system. It consists of activities and links. The flow can be sequential, concurrent, or branched. State machine/state chart represents the event-driven state change of a system. It basically describes the state change of a class, interface, etc. used to visualize the reaction of a system by internal/external factors. Sequence visualizes the sequence of calls in a system to perform a specific functionality. Interaction overview combines activity and sequence diagrams to provide a control flow overview of system and business process. Communication same as sequence diagram, except that it focuses on the object's role. Each communication is associated with a sequence order, number plus the past messages. Time sequence describes the changes by messages in state, condition, and events. Architecture view model. A model is a complete, basic, and simplified description of software architecture that is composed of multiple views from a particular perspective or viewpoint. A view is a representation of an entire system from the perspective of a related set of concerns. It is used to describe the system from the viewpoint of different stakeholders such as end users, developers, project managers, and testers. 4+1 view model. The 4+1 view model was designed by Philippe Crocton to describe the architecture of a software-intensive system based on the use of multiple and concurrent views. It is an architecture verification method for studying and documenting software architecture design and covers all the aspects of software architecture for all stakeholders. Why is it called 4+1 instead of 5? The use case view has a special significance as it details the high-level requirement of the system while other views details how those requirements are realized. Architecture description languages, ADLs. An ADL is a language that provides syntax and semantics for defining a software architecture. It is a notation specification which provides features for modeling a software system's conceptual architecture, distinguished from the system's implementation. ADLs must support the architecture components, their connections, interfaces, and configurations, which are the building block of architecture description. An architecture description language is a formal specification language, which describes the software features and hardware components. Soft features such as processes, threads, data, and subprograms. Hardware components such as processors, devices, buses, and memory. That's all for today's video on architecture models. Thank you for watching.